What if the Browns already have the quarterback of their future, but they don't even realize it? Shedeur Sanders isn't just some rookie waiting for a few snaps. He's different. He's a game changer, and after what he did in practice, some people are saying he might already be the most talented QB on the team. Now, the big question is, will Cleveland figure it out before it's too late? He was just coming back from an oblique injury that kept him out. Most thought Shedeur would ease in slowly, but nope. He jumped in like he'd never been gone, then threw a pass only star QBs can make. A rocket that barely touched the air and landed perfect in stride. Reporters called it the highlight of the practice, but for Shedeur, this might just be the start of something big. At the same time, the coaches are staying quiet, almost too quiet. Coach Stefanski won't name the backup QB. Reporters keep asking questions. Analysts are Joe Flacco may be the old veteran, but nothing's locked in. And if Shedeur keeps doing his thing, the Browns front office will have to make a serious choice, fast. One thing's clear, the moment Shedeur stepped back on the field, everything shifted. This isn't just about preseason snaps anymore. This is the start of a possible QB controversy behind the scenes. And if the Browns aren't careful, they might ignore the very player who could lead this team for the next decade. So who really is Shedeur Sanders outside the hype? And is he actually good enough to steal the spotlight from a Super Bowl champ? When most guys come back from injuries, they take it slow, shake off the rust. But Shedeur Sanders isn't like most guys. Just a few days after being ruled out with that oblique strain, he showed up to practice ready to prove he never lost a step. And that's no easing in. First snap back, Shedeur unleashed a rocket throw across the field that made heads spin. Reporters didn't just call it a good throw, they said it was the throw of the day. Smooth mechanics, dead-on accuracy, perfect speed. That's not accident. That's a QB who knows who he is and knows exactly what he's trying to prove. That one throw may have done more than just remind coaches he's on the roster. It might have changed the entire Browns QB discussion. Because right now, nothing's locked in behind the scenes. The Browns have been acting oddly quiet about who's next up behind Flacco. While others fight for hidden reps, Shedeur came in and sent a message loud and clear. I'm not here to sit back quietly. Coach Stefanski even confirmed Shedeur is practicing for the next preseason game, his first since the injury. And it's not just a simple warm-up. This gain is huge. One strong performance could flip everything. The Browns say they'll give him a chance, but Shedeur doesn't look like he's waiting for permission. He's grabbing the moment himself. And with the last preseason game coming, this is his shot. For Shedeur Sanders, this isn't just another preseason game. This could make or break his entire NFL journey. The Browns' last preseason game is here. For most guys, it's about cleaning things up or being careful. But for Shedeur, this could be the play that either launches his NFL story or ends it before it starts. The stakes are massive, and the pressure? Everywhere. Insiders now say Shedeur is set to get some real playing time in that game. Mary Kay Cabot, a top Browns reporter, even called it a critical opportunity, one that could change the order of QBs based on his performance. And that game won't just decide if he's the second or third QB. It could decide if he gets a shot at a real role when the season starts. The Browns badly need QB depth. They've been burned before. And with Flacco aging and Deshaun Watson still surrounded by mystery, the door is wide open if Shedeur is bold enough to walk in. But the awkward part? Stefanski isn't giving answers. He dodges media, avoids saying who's winning, and keeps the QB plan a mystery. Maybe it's just coach talk, or maybe he's waiting on one more big performance, and Shedeur knows it. That leaves all eyes on Saturday. One half of football, maybe even less. That's all the time he'll get. In that short chance, he must be sharp, accurate, confident, and above all, undeniable. Because right now, Shedeur isn't just playing against the Ram. There's one thing you can't fake on a football field: the energy. And since Shedeur came back, that energy has felt different. Stronger, louder, even quiet sometimes when people stop and just watch him. From the warm-ups, it was clear. He wasn't here to blend in. No slow moves, no dusty footwork. Every step, every snap, every throw had purpose. He looked locked in, like a player who knew how big this moment is and wasn't fazed at all. Reporters at practice said you'd never know he'd been hurt. His footwork, crisp. His throws, clean and smooth. And his vibe, that's what everyone keeps noticing. He walked out like this was already his team. Even vets had to notice that kind of confidence. And it's not just reporters and coaches seeing it. His teammates see it too. Look how the receivers react after his passes. They're ready. The tempo feels faster when Shedeur is running it. The offense has rhythm now, because when a QB has it, everyone feels it, even if no one says it out loud. One practice back from injury, and Shedeur already looked like he belonged. Not just physically, but mentally. Calm in the pocket, sharp reads, speaking up when he needed to. And don't doubt it, players notice those things. They may not talk to reporters about it, but in the locker room, they know who has juice, who can lead, who carries that starter vibe. Right now, some of them think that guy might be Shedeur. If Coach Stefanski is known for anything, it's keeping things hidden. And when it comes to the Browns QBs, he's been even more secretive. All training camp, reporters kept asking, who's locked in behind Flacco? Is Shedeur really in the mix as a backup? Could he sneak live reps this season? Stefanski, always the same vague line, we'll decide in the coming days. No clarity, no details, not even a hint. And that raised the big question, why? Why not just say who the backups are? Why keep the team and fans guessing unless that spot is still open? Some insiders think Stefanski is just waiting to see this last game before locking it down. And honestly, can you blame him? When your rookie is out throwing your vet backup and impressing everyone, you don't want to rush. Others think Stefanski already knows the answer. He's just too careful to say it yet. Naming Shedeur as the backup now could change the whole media story. It could add pressure, headline drama, or even tension in the locker room. More likely, Stefanski believes in Shedeur, but wants to protect him. Rookies pop sometimes, but too much spotlight too soon can break a young QB. But then again, maybe Stefanski sees the future. Maybe he's already sketching out the plan in private and just wants one final look before going all in. Whatever the case, his silence says plenty, because holding off this long, that only happens when choices aren't as set as the outside thinks. Sometimes it takes just one moment to change the story. For Shedeur Sanders, that moment came in what looked like an ordinary practice. But there was nothing ordinary about what happened. Practice moved along like normal. Drills, reps, same routine. Then came the play. Shedeur took the ball, dropped back, and for a split second, the pocket closed in. No panic, no freeze. He slid just left, reset, and fired. Not a floater, not a random deep shot. It was a missile. The pass ripped through two defenders in no chance for anyone else. Just flawless placement. In an instant, every head turned. Sidelines buzzed. Analysts scribbled notes. Reporters whispered. Even vets reacted. This wasn't just a nice throw. It was a statement. That one pass proved things you can't fake. Touch, timing, confidence, and big-time accuracy under pressure. Things even vets mess up. And it wasn't random. Coaches from college said this has always been his style. Calm in chaos, smooth motion. Eyes always looking downfield. That extra skill you only see in QBs who control the game, not just run it. Coaches will tell you, one throw doesn't win you the job. But when a rookie makes that throw, it sticks in their heads. That's the kind of play they replay late at night, wondering if the kid they overlooked is actually the one after all. So if people thought Shedeur was just filler, not anymore. Because that throw didn't just keep him in the mix, it cracked open the door for something bigger. Joe Flacco has his Super Bowl ring. He's a vet. He's been through wars. He's seen everything. But right now, some analysts are wondering if that experience is clouding Cleveland's judgment. ESPN's Ryan Clark didn't hold back. On TV, he questioned if the Browns are clinging too hard to who Flacco used to be, instead of looking at the guy who could lead in the future. His take? Cleveland has two big chances in rookies Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Right now, it looks like they might play it safe instead of bold. And Ryan isn't alone. Across sports media, the questions are piling up. Why are the Browns ignoring rookies? Why hasn't Shedeur gotten more reps? Why are fans and analysts both seeing his spark, while coaches treat him like just another body? The answer? It's not all about age. It's about predictability. Because with Flacco, you know what you're getting. Safe throws, solid reads, manage the game. Hold a lead. That has value. But you also know what he doesn't bring. Fresh energy, creativity, a spark of something new. That daring play that only hungry rookies bring. Shedeur plays differently, moves differently, thinks like every down might be his last chance. And that's dangerous in the best way. Some say the Browns are being smart. Others think they're scared. Flacco will probably keep the job for now. That's reality. But pressure outside the building is rising fast. Because Shedeur just keeps showing up, and Stefanski will need answers for the media soon. So if you're a team with no QB stability, why double? The more Shedeur rises, the more it feels like Cleveland is dragging its feet on a decision that won't stay hidden for long. In the NFL, chances don't last forever. And right now, the Browns are staring at one that could change their next 5 years. Shedeur isn't just showing talent flashes. He's showing steadiness, leadership, calm. Qualities you don't wait to develop, because they're already here. And that's why this moment feels so vital. Because while fans argue over potential and analysts break it down, the truth is, timing is everything. It's rare to have an old vet, an uncertain starter, and a young, hungry rookie QB all under one roof. Most teams either have security or chaos. The Browns, they have possibility. But possibility is useless if you don't act on it. But now, that delay feels risky. Because Flacco is safe, but not the future. And if Watson stays shaky, that future may come sooner than the Browns expect. If the Browns get to that moment without knowing what Shedeur really has, that won't just be a mistake. It'll be a chance lost, one you rarely get back. Plenty of teams have ignored young talent, only to watch them blow up with someone else, while they're stuck with safe picks, safe seasons, and no trophies. Shedeur right now is healthy, confident, and climbing. He's ready for tests. And whether Stefanski admits it or not, the noise outside is only getting louder. This isn't just about picking a QB anymore. It's about the team's whole future. A choice that could either leave the Browns stuck or launch them into something new. The last preseason game is here, and the Browns are at a crossroads, one they didn't think they'd hit so quickly. And one, Shedeur Sanders' comeback wasn't just adding depth to the QB room. It sparked the debate. A fire now growing in the locker room, in media circles, and all over social media. Are the Browns ignoring the future just to stay safe with vets? Let's sum this up. He came back faster than expected, made the most talked about throw, showed poise under pressure, moved like a pro, not a rookie. And insiders all agree. He looks as sharp, maybe sharper, than anyone not named Deshaun Watson. The silence from Stefanski keeps adding fuel. He's saying enough to stretch time, but not enough to stop the chatter. That's no accident. Something's brewing quietly. Whether it's caution, a plan, or just fear, it's clear the Browns don't see Shedeur as just a third QB. They see more. Meanwhile, media veterans like Ryan Clark are saying it openly. This team has a golden chance to build a long-term QB. Maybe two, with Dylan Gabe. If Cleveland passes on that and sticks with the safe road, they'll stay safe, but not special. We've all seen this story. A team plays it safe, sits the young stud, keeps him quiet. A year or two later, that same stud is a star.